What's up guys, welcome back to another video where we are going to be going over 5 more things that you should already know in RuneScape, and if you didn't know it then they should be pretty useful pieces of information to actually know about. Now of course this one here is going to be featuring this guy, the Blood Reaver, thanks to you guys in the comments of the last video, so stick around for that. And other than that, if you found this video useful, if you enjoy it, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and let's get going, shall we? Okay, so the first one for today was actually given to me by Jer. Jer, thank you. You always watch like all the live streams and all the content and stuff. I appreciate it very much. And you sending me this was pretty interesting. Now, this is going to be talking about the Majorat Aura. Now, the Majorat Aura is a tier 4 aura, and I know this because I've mentioned in the past. If you guys look at the actual aura thing, there's little like red rectangles around the aura here at the side, and you can see each light, each red dot shows the tier of the aura. So for example, if we look at Reckless here, that is a tier 3 aura because the last one isn't red, but Majorat is a tier 4 aura because it is red. The same goes for Aegis, and the same goes for the Supreme Runic Accuracy, all that sort of stuff. Now, the interesting thing is the Majorat aura, being a tier 4 aura, can still, let me put my pen in 1 second. Okay, with that done, the aura is enabled, and we can actually deactivate it now just because I need to show you. So we're just going to waste that Majorat aura for today. It is what it is. But this can actually be reset with a tier 3 aura reset, apparently. So let's check this out. If we go to consumables here and we get a tier 3 aura reset, not a tier 4 one, which it says it's just a tier 4 aura, and we come in here and we go back to Majorat. If you look here, you can actually reset this with the tier 3 reset, which is pretty interesting considering this absolutely is a tier 4. So you click this and it says, do you want to recharge this aura? We're going to waste an aura reset now as well, just to show you guys this working. And there you go. Majorat can be reset with a tier 3 aura reset, and it is a tier 4 aura. So guys, if you are wanting to reset the Majorat aura for any reason whatsoever and you don't have any aura resets, make sure you buy the tier 3s and not the tier 4s, because obviously you might as well. It's 1000 marks of war save per one, and it's pretty damn awesome. So Jer, again, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it a hell of a lot. That is definitely interesting. And did anyone know this one? Let me know. Number 2 today is a little trick that I guess, well, it's not even really a little trick, it's just actually knowing that the Blood Reaver can be a way to sustain quite a lot of health. Now, we've got a Blood Reaver familiar here, and we also have given it, we've also got loads of scrolls here. So we've got 973 scrolls of us, and if we give those scrolls to the Blood Reaver, he can carry them for us. Beautiful. Now, if you have the actual ability keybound, so for me it's Shift and V for the special attack of the Blood Reaver, what this is going to do is it's going to heal you for 1000 life points every single time. So kind of like drinking a brew. If I drink a brew flask, you see I heal 1000, but if I use the Reaver, you're going to see that it says I'm not injured. So let me just quickly lose some health here by using Onslaught. Another person mentioned this in the last comment as well, and I actually appreciate this because this is very useful for me to know about, because I've always been like, how do I lose health so I can show people stuff? Well, now you've shown me how I can do that, so thank you very much. We're going to drop our health down a little bit so that I can show you this. Now, okay, if I use the special attack from the Blood Reaver, you're going to see I heal 1000 health. Look at that, beautiful. Doesn't use any of my food in my inventory. I am just using the Blood Reaver special attack, and I can spam this over as much as I can, and obviously it doesn't heal quite as quickly as food does, but it is a good way to sustain your health. Now, what this does and what's important to keep in mind though is the Blood Reaver will lose health every time you do this. So whenever I cast it and the Blood Reaver actually loses the health, I gain the health, right? But if you're using magic, or if you even just have the spell unlocked and you've brought the rune pouches with you, you can use the Prism of Restoration spell, and then that is going to actually heal up your Blood Reaver for you as long as he's close to the crystal. You'll see it's going to heal up here, and this means that you can then cast the thing over and over again, and there's no problem. Your Reaver's going to get healed up, and you can keep casting the actual healing special attack on yourself, and kind of have a way to have infinite healing in a way. Like, you get 500 scrolls each time. You could bring more with you and just add them back to this. But 500 scrolls is 500,000 health. That's a lot of healing. You will probably never need that, but that's still pretty interesting. So maybe this could be useful in some situations where you don't really need to take any food with you anymore. You just use a Reaver, and you just use that as the healing, and you use the Prism of Restoration spell in combination with it, and I mean, you get unlimited healing. It's cool. So I've used this one because there's like probably like 6 or 7 people in the comments they mentioned this one. There's like Blood Reaver, or they're like, you can get lots of healing from Blood Reavers. And thank you, all of you. I haven't chosen a single comment to put on the screen, but there was loads of you guys. I didn't want to just pick one and be like, yeah, this person told me, and then ignore the rest of you. So thank you all so much. I appreciate it. This is definitely worth mentioning. This next one was given to us by a comment, so thank you so much to this one, because this is actually pretty impressive. Now, with player-owned farms, when you come here, you're going to want to run to these places and open the paddocks, and you can gather the produce, or you can cure diseases, or you can manage their actual farms here, like by going through this. Now, you can also fill up the troughs and stuff with the food that you need. But I didn't realize this, and I mean, I don't do enough player-owned farms to have realized this, but you can actually access these things from anywhere as long as you can click them. Like, as long as you can click it, you don't have to run over to, I always used to run over to the actual thing, get close, then use this, and then it would open up, and I had no idea that you could actually just access it from like pretty far away. So there's the first one. But the next one is, if you come inside the actual house when you get here and stand just between these bits here, so just between this and this, you can actually access everything. You can access the trough from all the way over there, and you can fill that one up. You can access the paddock there as well, and you can do all of these. You can access this paddock and this one, and you can also access the trough all the way over there as well. So when you come here, if you're going to manage all your stuff, you can just come in, stand just where I am here. I think there's a few probably tiles that you can do it on, but stand just where I am here, and you can open everything from here. You can access everything. You can manage it nice and easy. It's pretty cool. I had no idea. This is a lot faster than my other method of coming here, running to this fence, opening this fence, and then surging all the way down to the bottom to open this one, and then you get the picture, right? It's a lot quicker. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. If anyone else had any other comments that I can use in a future video, let me know, of course, and I will put your comment on screen just like this one. Okay, let's move to the next one. So number 4, we have another one from another comment, which I already knew about this, but this is pretty damn useful. When I found out about it, it was mind-blowing. So if you come into your bank and you look at anything in here, anything that you drag out from the bank itself without taking it out, like when you guys are cleaning your bank, for example, you may go in, you grab this out, and then you come in and you drop it on the floor, and you go through and you have to drop everything, and it takes ages, right? But what you can do instead is just either drop directly from the bank, and that will offer to destroy the item. So for example, if I take these spiritual prayer potions here and I do this, you're going to see that it says destroy item. Spiritual prayer potion 3 doses, but 4 of them will be destroyed and will need to be reobtained if you want to want another in the future. Do you wish to continue? So you can either press destroy and they'd just be gone completely, or if you have them in your inventory and you do it, wait, let's take it as a stack. If you do it from your inventory and then drop it from the outside, it will drop it on the floor. Meaning you can come out of here and you can see it on the floor, which obviously if you wanted to do that, maybe people can pick it up or whatever. Or afterwards you can be like, oh no, I need that back actually. You can take this back out. So you can clean your bank nice and easily from this. It is pretty convenient for tidying it up and getting rid of stuff like anything that fills up your inventory individually. I can't really think of anything right now. Things that can't be noted. I guess bonds would work, but this is obviously I'm not going to drop a bond. But things like that like fill up your inventory, you can't stack them. You know what I mean? That sort of stuff you could just drag straight from here, and you'd be absolutely good to go. So for example, roast potatoes, you could take them out, or you could just drop them on the floor, and it'll do the whole stack for you. So just save time. It's pretty convenient for cleaning your bank, and I mean, hey, it's a time saver. I didn't know about this a while ago. Did you know about it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you again for the comment. I appreciate it. Okay, so for the last one today, we are going to be heading off to the Walls Retreat dummies to show you guys a little interesting thing about Metamorphosis versus Sunshine. Now, Metamorphosis is something that you get as at the beginning of the game. You don't have to actually unlock it like World Wakes to use Sunshine. And Sunshine, also, like I say, you have to do the World Wakes to unlock it. Now, These are obviously something that is very important in a normal DPS rotation, and Sunshine is something that most people will probably be familiar with if you are doing any sort of combat with magic, because Sunshine is the same as Death Swiftness and is similar to Berserk, and it's the same idea. You use Sunshine first, and then you start doing DPS and throwing out basics, and then get your thresholds off as soon as you can, and you get an increase in damage, right? That's kind of the goal, to get the thresholds off during the actual Sunshine. But did you know that Metamorphosis, which is another damage boosting ability, is actually more of a damage increase than Sunshine? So as you can see here, magic damage is increased by 62% for Metamorphosis, whereas with Sunshine it is only increased by 50%. Now the reason that you would still want to use Sunshine in most situations, not all situations but most situations, is because Sunshine lasts a lot longer. So if we look here, Metamorphosis lasts 15 seconds and Sunshine lasts 38 seconds with Planted Feet. Obviously I have Greater Sunshine, so I don't need to use Planted Feet, but otherwise it would last 38 seconds, which obviously is a hell of a longer time to get more damage out. So overall, Sunshine will be more damage because it lasts a lot longer, right? And you're getting the 50% buff for way longer than the Metamorphosis buff. But if you are going to be using Metamorphosis for a very quick burst of damage, for example, a lot of people prefer to use this on phase 7 at Zamorak for a 1 cycle. If you are only going to be doing a 1 cycle there, like maybe at lower end rages and stuff, rather than when you're a lot higher, then Metamorphosis could be a lot better. People also use Metamorphosis at Telos in phase 3, because during this time, when you are using Metamorphosis, you are not only getting more damage from the normal abilities anyway, 62% rather than 50%, bleeds are actually increased while under Metamorphosis. They're not in the Sunshine, so bleeds are worth using during this. And during this time, when you're using Metamorphosis, spells don't cost any runes, which is just a little added extra. That's pretty much just what it is. But hey, free rune casts, more DPS for a shorter period of time, if that is the only amount of time you need. And of course, what was I saying? You get the fact that bleeds also get increased in damage as well. So Metamorphosis is a very interesting spell for sure. Sunshine is usually better in most situations, but in some situations where you only need a short burst of DPS, then Metamorphosis might be the way to go for that little bit of extra damage. Anyway, that was our last one, so there we go. Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Hopefully you all found it very useful, or if you found something new in here, let me know in the comments. If you can think of anything else and you would like to be featured in the next one of these, because there's loads of stuff I could definitely still include, then leave a comment down below as well, and I'll take a screenshot of that and add that and on the actual thing when I use it too. So thank you all so much for you guys that do. Makes my life a bit easier, not gonna lie. But other than that, channel members and Patreon subscribers, your names will be on the screen during this outro. Guys, I appreciate your extra support and your help on supporting the channel and keeping me full-time a hell of a lot. It helps out more than you probably know, and it is incredibly appreciated. Channel members get early access to videos, and Patreon subscribers are going to be getting some unique content over on the Patreon as well. If anyone wants to join them in supporting the channel that way, then there is a link in the description for the Patreon, or you can click the join button by the sub button. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.